Hello!
Hello!
We have great news today. The roof of our tiny shipping container house is finally done.
Yep, and that's what we're going to talk about this week. We're going to talk about how we built this roof. So, let's get started.
No, we didn't finish the wooden deck yet, but we had a good progress.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to finish the whole main roof in 1 week, that was pretty good progress.
Yeah.
But let's get started talking about the roof itself.
Why we did the roof?
Yeah, a lot of people are asking why we did that, and the reason for that is because even though we're going to have a wooden deck on the top, the water is going to go through the wooden deck and it's going to get stuck on the top of the shipping container. And of course, it's going to get rust at some point. So we basically want to make sure the water goes to the drainage away from the top of the shipping container. And that's the good news. We don't have water on the top of the shipping container anymore.
And we can save some of this water. And we have another reason.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's to keep the sun away from the top of the shipping container so it doesn't heat too much.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we chose this kind of roof, because it's like a thermal roof. It's basically zinc aluminum, so it won't get rust. And underneath there's a layer of EPS, so that means like really good for insulation of the top of the shipping container. And at the same time, even though it's a metal roof, the noise of the water, dripping on the roof won't be too loud because of the EPS.
Actually, the process of building this kind of roof is really simple.
Yeah, I guess just showing you guys a video clip of how we did it, it's gonna explain everything. So after this video clip showing the whole process, we're gonna talk about what we would do different if we could go back on time. Not that the roof is bad, we are really happy with it, but you always learn something when you build, and then you could fix on the second time, but it won't have a second time now. So let's get started with the video clip. Video clip now. Is that on level now? Yeah, that's good. You can close now.
Good news?
That's really, really good news. So we have 4.5 centimeters. couldn't do it on time, but hopefully it's not gonna get the shipping container wet.
We are so excited that we have a roof now.
Finally.
But if we want to do it again, we would change some things.
Yeah, the main thing is when you build something for the first time, you always learn so much about it that if you have the chance to build it again, you always fix some small, not mistakes, but small details. In our case, we have mainly one thing we would change and two things we would do different on the process of assembling the deck. It's not like a change on the deck, the roof. Yeah, the roof. I'm sorry. I have the deck next step on mine already. So what's the main thing we would change on the roof?
What's the name of the inclination?
Slope. I mean, the slope on our roof works. It's fine. The water won't stay. But if we could, we would have a little bit higher slope, just to make sure.
How much do you think?
Maybe we would lift one of the sides, maybe 5 centimeters. That would be perfect. But the thing is, we didn't want to have like a huge piece of wood, and we didn't want to leave a huge gap in between the wood and the shipping container.
Yeah, the support too big.
So, I mean, works, but would be even better if we had a little bit higher slope. The second thing,
one?
The EPS.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know if you guys have this saying on your country, but in Brazil we have the saying that sometimes the cheap become expensive.
Yeah, in order to save like $100, we ordered the EPS separate of the roof.
Yeah, because this kind of roof you can buy done already, like the roof, the metal and the EPS glued together already. But the glue is really expensive, so we decided to buy separate both parts and then glue.
$100.
And we bought the glue separate in a different company, so we save $100 and we glue by ourselves.
Yeah.
That was a mess. I mean, we don't even have that much footage about it because it was like the end of the day and it started getting dark and the glue was just getting dry and it was just like a huge mess. For sure, it's worth to spend $100 extra and getting the whole thing done. Would be a lot easier. Our life would be a lot easier. And the third thing, what is?
I don't remember.
Yeah, when you have like like a piece of roof that's like 6.5 meters long, and you have such a small space on the top of the shipping container, you need to think really well on the order you bring the sheets of metal up. So you need to you need to know exactly where you're gonna fit each part. So you need to take the number one, put the second one on top, third, fourth, fifth, and then you can work them around. We took up first the wrong one, so was the last one we should take up. So it was a big mess to walk around and to turn around pieces on the top of the shipping container.
The tip is think before.
Yeah, the tip is think really hard before on how you're gonna assemble it. So think about which one you're gonna take up first, and then you can assemble it, and then take the second one.
You can give some names, and it's really
yeah. You need to take the sheets of metal on the right order to the top of the shipping container. That's it.
Yeah, because you don't have space, so it's really hard to work.
Other than that, I guess we are really happy with the roof, and it's working really fine. When we just finished sealing the roof, it started raining, and we are fine. No water.
Yeah.
We're great.
So, I guess that's it.
Hopefully by next week, we're going to have more exciting news about the wooden deck. So,
see you guys next week.
Oh, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to leave us a thumbs up. See you guys next week.